Test 1 2 1 2 test 1 2. How we do tonight, folks? How are we doing? Hello? Hello,
There it
Ace.
goes. There we go. Sorry about that. I'm here. I am well aware that I have no idea what I'm doing.
Okay, because I was like, hello? Hello? Am I talking to myself?
You know, but I was listening to you on Echo.
Ah, well, that's always good. Hey
So yeah,
everyone,
we're here.
welcome to another Tuesday night here on Ken Bouchard Online, Altoona, dare I say, Central Pennsylvania's show about nothing and everything all at once. I am Ken Bouchard, and joining me tonight is the Ace of Knaves, Ace.
Good evening, Kenneth.
Going to crack a cold liquid death
Nice. Nice.
to
Ooh.
start this night, start this chat.
Chugga.
If you guys want to join us, feel free to join us in chat. All you gotta do is hit subscribe or follow. I'm not sure what the button is, but hit one of them, and you can join the chat and give us your 2 cents on anything and everything we talk about tonight and in the future. Tonight, Ace, before we go off into a tangent like I normally do, how was your week? How was your week? I like to always start off people at home knowing how we are. So, how was your week?
That's not been terrible. Been a regular work week, so to say. The remodel is coming along well again.
Regular nine to
Back on.
five.
Yeah, so far this week, a little weirdness with the fire code today. That yeah, had us shut down a little early. Nothing major, just weirdness of fire codes.
Well,
Uh, it was all good, all in all, good day,
as
and
long as it was a good day,
yeah, and we're gonna make it a better evening because well, it's Tuesday night, and here we are,
right?
Ken
Right.
Bouchard
Everything
online.
comes up roses when you're on this show.
That's right,
Freaking stinky ass
roses out of manure piles.
roses, motherfucker. Um, my week was okay. This week was okay. Starting Sunday. Let's
Yeah, yeah.
we don't count after from Tuesday to Sunday because Tuesday from Sunday I accumulated 80 something hours at work or something like that. Was it? Yeah.
Yeah,
My paycheck had 140 hours on it.
good golly.
Yeah. So needless to say, this week I only work 1 day this week, and I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying
Sweet,
that 1 day. That
I
one day.
bet.
So, but yeah, good week. It's a good week all around. I hope the people at home that are listening, be it YouTube, be it Facebook, be it right here on Twitch, I hope you guys are having a great day too. A good week. Uh, got a couple things I want to talk about tonight. As per every night, that we get together, I like to bring up some random shit and talk about it.
Right?
Uh, we all know that Steel City Con is coming up. Got days counting. Days are counting down. Like this Friday is day one of Steel City Con, and there's been cancellations. There's been pickups. The funniest one is was it Randy Quaid
Oh,
has made a video saying that he's going to be at Steel City Con. Now, he wasn't posted to be at Steel City Con,
okay.
but every time
Oh,
Randy Quaid is supposed to be at Steel City Con, he cancels. So he wasn't posted on the list of celebrities to show up.
so
So he's like just randomly showing up to Steel City Con. I don't know how this works. Like he's just
did he
like
buy a ticket?
I don't know. Like, dude,
Like,
it's Randy Quaid. I mean,
I mean, yeah,
like I don't know. I don't know how that works, but yeah, like
yeah.
I mean, he's got the full beard going. Like he looks like he's like missing, like he's like a hermit. So
Oh, it's Randy Quaid. I
right,
mean,
like so if he shows up, I may get his autograph, but I don't know if they're gonna have anything I want to have signed. Like everyone's gonna want like like Christmas vacation shit or
Right.
or what is it? Was he? He was in Independence Day, wasn't he?
It was an Independence Day. Yep, yep.
Yeah, like I think that was like his big ass movie. Like I don't think he's been in anything since or whatever like that big.
Yeah. Between those two, yeah.
See, I'd want something from Freaks or Freak. Was it Freaks or Freaked? I don't remember if it was past tense or current tense.
Right.
But you ever see the movie Freak with him in it?
Probably.
He plays this guy named like Slug or something like that. He's
Right.
he creates this like liquid goo that takes two things and mutates them together to make a hideous freak.
Oh, I'm sorry I missed this. I
And
may not have seen
it
this.
stars Alex Winter.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm really so. Oh, 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 yes. Yes. Okay. Yes,
You know
yes,
what I'm talking
yes.
about now?
Yes, yes.
Actually, here's a little tidbit. I don't know if people know this or not. If you've seen the movie, which probably none of you have because
No,
it's
yeah.
so obscure.
There's only one reason that I
Um,
watched it, and I think you're gonna lead into it as well. Go ahead.
well, Keanu Reeves
Mhm.
has a cameo in it,
Yeah,
uncredited cameo, mind you, as Ortiz the dog boy.
the dog boy. Yep. Yep. And the only reason I watched it was because I'm a huge Bill and Ted fan. I found out about that Alex Winter was starring in Freaks and was like, yeah, I needed to see that. I totally forgot that that was that Randy Quaid was in it as
It's
well.
such a good movie for being so.
What it is.
Yes, it's like Santa Flan. Who the hell? What kind of
Yeah,
town is named Santa Flan? It's such a good movie. But yeah, it's crazy. I got traffic going on here in the office.
gotcha, gotcha.
So excuse the noises, guys, if you hear noises coming to and from. Um,
Uh,
my office is like a gateway to another dimension, one of sight,
through
sound,
through his colon.
color, and motion. Through the colon, literally, is a
It's
gateway that takes you
like,
to the other dimension. But yes, Randy Quaid's supposed to show up. If he does, I don't know. We'll see. That's still iffy. Um, Nancy Cartwright going to be
Mhm.
there this year.
Awesome.
Well, I guess if you want to pay $100 for Bart
I mean,
Simpson's autograph.
yeah. I mean,
I mean,
still. I mean, maybe.
I mean, I get that she's Bart Simpson,
Right.
who's been around for what 30 some odd years as a character,
Right.
right? But
Right.
$100 for a voice actor,
Yeah, but she's also was she not also in Maximum Overdrive? Um
the movie.
yeah, was she not did she not play the newlywed couple with Emilio Estevez?
You have me questioning that now. I don't know. Was that her? The hype? Because that was a high
I
pitched like like I that noise.
was that her?
I don't.
Maybe I got the wrong
I know. I'm gonna have to look
short.
that up.
Yeah, I might be wrong about that. I mean, and if I am, then I'm sorry
Cause
for
I like
spreading
Maximum
misinformation.
Overdrive.
Yeah, was
I
that
like
Nancy?
Stephen King's High on Drugs movie.
Yeah, that's one of the better ones.
Right? Like
It's
it's
one
the
of my
only
favorites.
it's the only one he's ever written and directed himself, right?
Okay,
But it was such like a fever dream of his. Like it's weird because he directed it, but he had nothing to do. Like the story itself was so far from like the actual story.
gotcha. Yeah,
It's like, why did Stephen King do that? I don't have a clue. But then again, he was just probably so high off his ass that he didn't even have a clue what he was doing. You know what I mean?
but he did such a good job for not knowing what the fuck he was doing.
Oh, my favorite line is like, "Honey, this machine just called me an asshole." Like, did you know? Like, back in the day, back in the day,
Okay.
um, me and my one aunt, we used to play a game called "Can You Spot the Cameo?"
Hmm.
Stephen King, not anymore. Like I haven't seen him
Oh
in any more,
yeah.
but he used to make a cameo in almost every single movie he was in. Or
movie,
no
TV
shit.
show.
Every single
Yeah.
movie that was based off of his writing.
Yep. Yep. No, I didn't. I played the game much later in life. We did play the cameo game.
Yeah, because like he was in uh he was in the stand. He played one of the main people going on the quest in the stand.
Right.
Um he was in Sleepwalkers. He was a truck driver.
He was in
He was in
Thinner.
was he in Finner?
He was in
It's been so
Thinner. I
long
can't
since I've
remember
seen
what the
Finner.
part. Yeah, it's again. He's like somebody crossing the street or something. Like
Like I mean almost every single movie back in the day. Mm, why am I getting the burps from water? But yeah, almost every single movie back in the day, Stephen King had a cameo. And not like I said, not so much anymore, but yeah, he had a cameo in Maximum Overdrive, and that was his big old thing where he was like, "Honey," because he was at the ATM machine, and it just kept popping up asshole, and he's like, "Honey, this machine just called me an asshole." He was in Creepshow too. He was in a. He actually did one whole story.
oh yeah.
Yeah, the lonesome death of Jody Verrill. It was in from Creepshow, the first movie, Creepshow.
Okay.
Um, where a meteor lands in a like this hillbilly's backyard,
Right. Yep.
and he was the hillbilly.
Oh.
Yeah, because he like goes
Oh.
over and he touches it, and he's like meteor shit. And then he's like wondering how much he could get for it, and he puts like his fingers in his mouth, and later on
right.
he becomes like a giant like bush guy thing. I don't know, but yeah, that was Stephen King.
Yeah, I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
And to answer my own question, no, it was not Bart Simpson's voice. It was Lisa Simpson's voice,
Mm.
played by Yeardley Smith.
Okay, so the voice actress of Lisa Simpson.
hmm Was in
That's
Maximum
interesting.
Overs.
So if she
Yes.
was ever to show up, I'd get her a signed Maximum Overdrive poster where everyone
Yep.
else would be going up there like Simpsons merchandise.
More than likely. Yep. More than likely.
Um, who else are they getting? Dolph Lundgren, but again, I'm not paying over $100 for Dolph Lundgren.
Ah,
I
if
mean,
this was like, I honestly, not gonna lie, if I had a complete He-Man action figure,
yeah, but would you get like a regular He-Man? You'd have to. I don't think they ever made one for the movie.
they did not, and I would be perfectly fine with him
But
signing an
here's the
action.
thing: they didn't make a He-Man figure, but they did make a figure based off of the character that they introduced in the movie.
Yes.
That guy with the that was whipping He-Man at the end, who had like
Yes.
he shot blades out of his thing.
You know.
Yeah, they did make his action figure,
Mm,
but they never made like a He-Man based off of the movie action figure.
right. For Dolph's He-Man.
Yeah,
It was such a terrible movie.
yeah. It had nothing to do with Master of the Universe. Seriously, it had
No,
Skeletor
it
and
was.
He-Man. Skeletor looked badass, mind you, though.
Yeah, to this day, will always be one of the most badass villains from the '80s, at least in visual form.
What even as a kid, didn't like the movie. Like I'll be honest. Like Garbage Pail Kids, where everybody like shits on that movie.
Yeah.
I love it. I still have love for Garbage Pail Kids.
Yep. Yep.
But Master of the Universe, when I watched it as a kid, I was like, no,
No,
no.
it was nothing
He
like
doesn't
the
hold up his
animated.
sword and say, "I have the power." He's He Man all the time.
Yep. Then it happened on goddamn Earth.
Yeah, right. Like they couldn't graphically, I guess, make what is his name, Orko.
He, yeah,
They couldn't do that, so they made this like dwarf looking character.
create a character,
Yeah,
hit the random button.
played by I forget his name, but he's a famous little person in cinema.
Yeah, I can't think of his
He was
name
also
either.
in Willow,
Yeah,
but
Lizard. And, yeah,
yeah, he was in it, and he makes he has this cosmic key, the cosmic key. You play the music on the cosmic key.
Warwick Davis.
Nope,
No,
no, no. Warwick Davis is the leprechaun. He played Willow.
He was Willow.
Yeah, he was Willow, but the guy who played
Oh,
character was
gotcha,
like it was
gotcha.
like the leader of Willow's community.
Tribe
Yeah.
community, yeah.
Mm.
I still can't, yeah, I still can't
I
think of his
forget his
name.
name, but yeah, he was in a bunch of things.
Val Kilmer, just
There
kidding.
you go, Val Kilmer. That's who it was. It was Val Kilmer this whole time. We wonder what
I'm
happened
damned.
to Mad Mardigan, Mad
Matt Mardigan? Madigan.
like that. I don't know.
Mardigan.
Yeah,
Mardigan.
Mardigan,
Anyway,
Mad Cardigans.
right.
That's my clothing line.
Love me, say that you love me.
I can't see myself. I forget how it goes, but I know that song. Loveful.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see. I know the song, but just it's like I don't know that one part. And I started singing that one part. And I'm like in
one
my
part,
head I'm
yeah.
going, "Kenny, why are you trying to sing that one part? You don't know you don't know the lyrics well enough. Why are you doing this?" And it just
Why start here?
and that's it just open up mouth and the part that comes out is the part I can't sing. But
Hey,
yeah,
man.
I like them because back in the day when I used to backyard wrestle,
Yeah.
I went by Iron Man Ken Bouchard.
Hmm.
And you know
What?
this. I mean,
I know this. I
I
know
I
this.
have IKB and AOK.
Yes.
And for those who don't know these acronyms,
You're all right. What are these hipsters talking about?
IKB is Iron Man Ken Bouchard, and AOK being Ace of Knaves Championship Wrestling on Ace's own Twitch channel, which is Ace of Knaves Entertainment. Insert plug there.
See,
If you want to
that
put that,
loud?
if you want to put that up in the chat,
Yeah, I got other things to do over here in chat anyway.
there you go.
Let's
But
get that. We don't need that in here. We appreciate you, but beat it.
yeah, sure. We appreciate you guys, all of you. But yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, I know what I was talking about. Iron Man. I was looking up like covers of Iron Man because I was using uh Ozzy's version of Iron Man, right?
Right?
And I'm like, I need to find other covers, and I found like "This Means War," which was like It was Busta Rhymes featuring Ozzy, which
Okay.
was like Busta Rhymes rapping, and all of a sudden it like went into like the Iron Man song.
Just,
I was like, okay, but then I found a version with the Cardigans.
oh man.
Oh no, it's awesome because I kid you not, it's like do 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 like that's soft. It's like do 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 do, and you hear oh Iron Man, and you're like "Ba-dum, ba bow, ba-dum, ba-dum-dum-dum, bam, bam, bam." And then it goes
Ah,
into like has he lost his mind? Can he see
it's just
or is he? Like I'm just like oh my god, I feel like this is like Iron Man love song. It's my theme song when I decide to come out like sexual chocolate.
right.
Mark Henry could do it. I'm gonna do it too, except it'd be like sexual white chocolate.
Right. Macadamia nuts.
I was trying to get some Mr. Beast has a new candy bar flavor called These Nuts.
Jesus.
And I was trying to find it. Walmart hasn't gotten it yet, but they just got into Mr. Beast's cookies.
Okay.
I haven't tried it yet. Damien got a pack, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do it on the show. I'm over Mr. Beast's cakes and candy bar. But I wanted to have the D's nuts because I wanted to try D's nuts and run off with the whole joke about D's nuts. Like I got these nuts in my mouth, and these nuts are really good, and you got to try Mr. Beast's nuts. These nuts or Mr. Beast,
These nuts.
but
Hmm.
no, couldn't find it. Um, Going back to Steel City Condo,
All right.
they're talking. They keep having lives, like live chats and stuff, and they're talking about like who they're going to try to get in here and there. And unfortunately, excuse me, uh, in August they're gonna have Jason Lee there.
Ooh.
No,
No?
I can't
Why
make the August
no?
one.
But still,
I can't do August Steel City Con and August uh Game a Lot of Con.
we'll find this time.
It's not fun. One is, you're doing it because it's your friend's first ever convention. He gave you a big break of, hosting it. And the other one is celebrities that I'm never gonna ever see again in my whole life. So it's like, no, what do I do? No, I was like,
One word, man. I tell you what you do. One word.
what,
One
multitask?
word. Game of
Multitask.
Game of Loticon.
That's right. No, I told Damien because he's my con buddy, my son,
Right, right.
and he was like, "Oh man, I was just talking about him. I'd like to go see him." And I was like, you
Tough.
know, he's not a draw that I'm going to cry about.
Right.
Now they are talking about having a Scream reunion, either in December or next April. And if they have a Scream reunion,
Hmm.
there's two names that come to mind that if they get them, I'm there. I'm there. And that's Matthew Lillard and David Arquette.
Okay.
Uh,
Fair enough.
both of them were in the original Scream. David Arquette has gone on to do multiple Screams, playing the Deputy Dewey. I was going to say Doofy, but that was in Scary
That
Movie.
was
But he played Dewey in Scary. Yeah, no, Scream, not Scary Movie. I'm getting them all tongue tied here. And but Matthew Lillard, if they announce Matthew Lillard, I'm there, man. I mean, yeah, he was Shaggy and Scooby Doo and stuff, but there's some other movies like he was in 13 Ghosts, which was a fantastic horror movie. Um, a remake, mind you, but it was still a fantastic movie. He was um SLC Punk. I don't know if you ever seen that movie,
I don't believe.
but it was a really good movie about like growing up being a punk and like trying not to conform, but then
Oh.
he ends up having to conform, but he continues being a punk in a different way. um like the whole movie is like him narrating his life while he's going through things, and it was a really good movie. SLC Punk, the young Matthew Lillard. um and of course he played one of the first killers in the first movie in the Scream franchise.
Yes.
So man, I got a cough and I can't get rid of it, and it's not COVID, thankfully. But I
Okay.
don't know how I got this. I went to a concert last night.
Oh, that's probably how
Yeah,
you caught this.
probably. We went to see the Kid Leroy in State College on
Is there a,
Tuesday. Damien,
is there a cure for that?
I wish. I paid $150 for each of our tickets. Me and Damien. He wanted floor. I got him floor. He was really close to the stage.
Right.
Um, and he had a blast. Don't get
Good.
me wrong.
Good.
Damien had a blast. It was his music, his night. He was out there jamming to the headliner. I forget his name, Zucker, something Zucker. Yeah, Jeremy Zucker.
Mm.
He kept calling him Jeremy Renner. He's like, I liked when Jeremy Renner played. I'm like, Jeremy who? Hawkeye was out there. And he's like, he goes, I
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
Zucker.
Yeah, just Hawkman up there. There's Hawkeye up there the whole time. Just
Well, he is a musician,
yeah. I mean,
but no, Jeremy Zucker was up there and he performed. And then the Kid Leroy showed up and he did his thing. And I spent my time sitting on the emergency exit stairway in the hallway,
trying to avoid all the noise. Huh?
just relaxing, because like at first I was like, okay, I'm standing there waiting with him, and then it got so hot in there, like everybody like cramming into each other because we were on the floor and it's like this much space in between everybody. Like
Right.
I
Mosh
grabbed I
pit.
grabbed so many asses and I had to apologize so many times because they were all college girls. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not an old perv. It's just everybody's bumping into me, right? But yeah, I ended up go sitting on the steps, and then oh Jesus Christ, you're getting either old or out of shape. In my case, both. Right. The end of the night, mind you. Have you ever been to the Bryce Jordan?
I have. I have.
Have you ever been to the floor for anything?
I have.
Okay, so you got to go down,
Yeah.
down. down, and when you think you're
Around the
done, no, you
corner.
continue down, down, like the gates of hell, and there you are.
Yep.
Okay, so by the end of the night, I'm already tired, and I had to walk up, 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 and about 5 feet from the top. I didn't even realize we were at the top yet, but 5 feet from the top, I realized that there's a point where your legs will not move anymore. And I think I got to that point. Like my legs, I was holding onto the railing and pulling so my leg can come up because I was just like, no, we're done climbing. I was like, man, I can't wait to go home. I was tired. I was sweaty. I was tired.
Yeah,
But yeah.
there is a point in the Bryce Jordan Center where when you do get down to the floor, um, that I didn't realize how much space was actually on the floor
Mm-hmm.
of the Bryce Jordan Center. I mean, why I didn't realize that it's a sporting arena and how big they. It's because it's so close to home, and we don't have anything that big around. Like we have the Jaffa Mosque,
Yeah, and I mean, it
Like,
gets yard sales. That's about it.
right?
Circus
So
once a
yeah,
year,
and they're outside.
right?
But yeah, that's Damien had a good time listening to
He had a
somebody we ain't
blast.
never
Like
heard of.
I'll tell you more here in a second, but I want to take this moment,
Sure.
this opportunity, because I missed my 20-minute mark. That you guys are listening to Ken Bouchard Online, Altoona, dare I say, Central Pennsylvania's only greatest, weirdest live chat here on Twitch. We talk about everything and anything all at once. So if you guys are bored on Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern, come join us. Click on the follow, and you too can join us in chat and talk to us and tell us. Add your 2 cents, add your 3 cents, add 4 cents. You know, dime a dozen. Join us every weekday. Not every weekday, no, every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Can you imagine if this show was every weekday, man? I would have no
Oh
life.
man.
I would have no life. I can't. I give it to
Yeah.
those that do like 7 shows a week.
Right.
Like, you guys in my
Nah.
hat to thee. You know,
I ain't got it in me, man.
like I try.
I
I got a gaming schedule like up on Twitch, and I don't even keep that. Like
right. Yeah.
I can't keep to a schedule. My life is too on the go, and
Yeah.
if I'm not on the go, then I'm just trying to recoup from being on the go.
Yeah. It's
So, and then it doesn't help that I'm a console gamer, and I gotta share it because it just so happens Lady D is a bigger gamer than I am.
as it turns out, huh?
Yeah, so it is what it is. But I get gaming in. I've been doing it for you actually. Uh,
Aw.
I haven't done any gaming for me
Cue
per
the Brian
se.
Adams.
Yeah,
Everything
everything I
I do,
do.
I
Oh
do
yeah.
it for you.
I do it for you. There's no love
Like your love.
and no other can
Like
give
your
more love. And I just lost every viewer on every platform.
oh
My
God.
numbers went down to 1. Thank you. Thank you. Tune in next week for an encore.
Not everything is for everybody, Bubby. Hence our singing.
But no, he enjoyed it. He got a T-shirt.
Cool.
Funny thing, we didn't even get out of the vehicle for that one. We pull up, and as soon as we pull up, some guys like knocking on our window, be like, "Half price T-shirts, get it half price out here." And I'm like, "Okay,
All right, cool.
all right, cool, cool." So he got himself a tour T-shirt, which is a good thing because I didn't even see like the merchandise booth. I didn't have a chance to see a merchandise booth. Uh, we got in at 7 o'clock. The show was supposed to start. No, we got in at 7. I think the show was supposed to start at 8, or was it we got there? Either way, we got in and we had to get into another line that took us a half hour to go through because that was for our bracelets to get to the floor. So yeah, all said and done, I was tired. Got home. I got home. I laid down in bed. I was like, Damien, you better not give me a fight with tomorrow morning to go to school. And he's like, I won't. I'm like, okay, good night. I laid down and I started giggling. And let me give you a heads up. What I mean by giggling is I mean, you did you ever get overtired?
Yes.
For me, when I get overtired, I start giggling. So I could be laying in bed and just be like like that, and D will be like, "What are you laughing about?" I'm like, "I'm just so comfortable. I just want to go to sleep." Like I get like weird,
Right.
and I was at that point where I just laid down. I didn't even change. Like I was wearing my clothes. I just laid down with bed. I was done. Done. Concerts aren't for me no more, my friend. Mm.
Yeah.
But no, he had fun, and that was what was the importance of it. And we got Steel City Con coming up, and he's going to enjoy that even more. So I think he loved the concert, but he loves when me and him get a hotel room and like we go to the con, then we just me and him chill at the hotel at night.
Right.
Probably like eat snacks at that point because most restaurants are like closed. And then in the morning we wake up and do it all over again. He
Word.
enjoys that. I enjoy it. I mean, it's our bonding time. It's
Right.
it's it's a time where I'm not yelling at him for being an idiot. He's not mad at me for making him do chores. it's, it's a time where it's just me and him enjoying being nerds. You know? I mean, if you ever want to come, you're invited. You know that.
No.
Nah. I was like, nah, you're good.
Nah.
I'm good. Nah,
No.
nah.
No. No.
I don't
I
need
mean,
that.
I like traveling. I like going places. I don't like hotels.
Oh.
Um,
I mean, I
I
didn't
mean,
like the last hotel I was in. Oh my god. No. It was horrible. Horrible.
yeah.
It smelled like weed and had the burn holes in the friggin' sheets to prove it. It was horrible. But we're going to a different hotel this time.
Yeah.
We're going around Monroeville and 80 hotels to find out like which which one is the best hotel for your buck,
And we stayed at the last hotel we stayed at legitimately like we took a shower before we left the building.
right?
And then like when we got home, we took another shower. And I really wish that was an exaggeration.
No, I believe it because that's how me and
Like,
Damien felt with that
uh,
last one. We were just like, we don't trust it.
no, not at all.
Or you
Like,
pick up a towel and it's brown and it's a white towel and there's like a brown stain on it. And I was like,
I
no,
don't, yeah, this is such a weird place. I don't want to be here.
no.
Like
I
legit
was
sleep,
really
one eye
legitimately
open.
waiting for bed bugs. I was waiting for it,
Yeah, right.
but
And
it was horrible. Um, but yeah, no, we're gonna we got a hotel lined up and we're gonna go have fun. The first day is get in line, try to get as many autographs as possible. The
right.
second day is we go around and then enjoy the shops, like enjoy the
There you go.
vendors
Hit the
and
vendors.
probably hit some of the Q&As if we can. So, yeah. And
Right on.
we got the VIP this time.
Ooh.
Yeah, Big Daddy K forked over for VIP tickets because I guess people were cutting in line and cheating systems last time, and they
Yeah.
made enough stink that they're gonna go back to the way it was. Because you remember, I went to Steel City Con to go see Robert Englund, and I didn't
Yes.
have
Freddy Krueger.
VIP, and I waited 7 hours in a line and didn't get to meet him.
Yeah.
Last time I went, I wasn't VIP again, but the line flew, and I'm like, okay, I ain't whatever. Well, VIPs and people complained about this because they're like, hey, why are we paying VIP ticket prices if we're not getting VIP treatment?
Right. Makes sense to me.
So this time around, I was like, well, if they're making a stink, I'm gonna buy the VIP tickets because I'm not gonna get effed over. I'm gonna get my
Right.
autographs that I want. So yeah, I forked over the money for those, and yeah, we're gonna have fun. It's gonna be a good
Sweet
time.
run.
I didn't want to just talk about Steel City Condo, but I went on a 36-minute rant about it, and Stephen King and
Uh,
and
we
other
we
stuff.
yeah. Welcome to the show.
I love Liquid Death. I'm not a promoting. I'm not sitting here like a brand deal. I wish. Hey, Liquid
All
Death,
right.
if you're watching this and you want to make a brand deal with me, I will gladly promote the shit out of your stuff here. You know, like Liquid Death. Arr! But if John Leguizamo, not John Leguizamo, who the fuck? Not John Leguizamo. If
That
Joe
would be badass, though.
if Joe Manganiello can do it, I can do it too. You know. But anyway, I just watched not too long ago, like literally just maybe minutes before starting the show. Did you ever see how fucking buff kangaroos are? It's ungodly. Like, what the frig, man?
It's funny you said. I honestly just this morning heard the phrase kangaroos are just deer that have been to prison.
Right? Like deer that go to deers that juice up.
Like,
Like
yeah.
I was watching it because like a kangaroo is kind of like they're short and little, like they're cute little things. But
Uh,
then when like they stand up, lean back on their tails,
yeah.
and put their arms up, and they make themselves look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger of the marsupial
Roar.
variety, right? And
All
they're just
right.
like, "Come at me, bro! Come
you
at me!
you even hop, bro?
You even jump? Do you even jump? Come at me!" But seriously, like I was watching it, and I was watching people like box kangaroos,
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
kangaroos, man, they don't play. They like grab you, and then they put their weight on the tail, and then they kick you with both their legs, just bam. And I watch people like fly. I'm like, why are people doing this? Like, what fun is this? What fun are you getting out of getting like super kicked? Like getting freaking super kicked into next Tuesday.
Growing up, now you said about boxing. Growing up, there was a movie called Matilda the Boxing Kangaroo, and I absolutely loved that movie. It was on like Showtime or like HBO or something, like one of those the early movie, maybe even the movie channel. It
Okay.
was on there all the time. I remember anytime that was on, man, my ass stopped dead. It was
Now,
about a boxing kangaroo.
was this when you were a kid?
Yes, I think
Okay.
the movie was it's probably a late '70s, early '80s movie. Uh, well, it had to have been because it was the
I was
late
gonna say
'70s,
I don't even
early
remember
'80s.
this movie.
Yeah, it was on. It was on, like I said, probably the movie channel when it was launched. But yeah, that was one of my that was my go-to, man. Like boxing kangaroo, because this thing was just as it says. They trained a kangaroo to box, and I want to say it's based on a true story,
Probably because I was watching clips of like black and white of like people boxing kangaroos,
right?
and yeah, I watched Woody Allen box a kangaroo, which was weird. But then I watched this one clip of this Australian zookeeper. I guess he was doing a tour, and he dog was caught. Like a kangaroo had a dog in its grip, right? So he
Mhm.
ran over. The kangaroo let go of the dog and went over towards the guy, and the guy like just went, bam, like punched the kangaroo in the face, and the kangaroo just kind of stood there like, "That all you
Bruh.
got?" Like it stood shocked, but it was just kind of like it was like kangaroo, bam, and it was just what,
uh,
what, what.
Want to do it again? I
And then
threw it back.
and like I guess he was getting a lot of heat for it because they were like, "You could just taken your dog and walked away. You shouldn't have
Mm.
instigated." But he was defending his dog. You know, like his dog was in the grips of a kangaroo.
I'd fight a kangaroo for my dog.
I fight a kangaroo. I wouldn't fight a kangaroo for shit, man. Like I said, it's like fucking running into Arnold Schwarzenegger back in his prime. I ain't
I,
no.
for my dog, I would.
Listen,
For
listen.
my dog, I would
I love my dog. My dog's my baby girl. I would go to hell and back for her.
have.
But if I ran into Arnold Schwarzenegger and he was like, "I am taking your dog," I'd be like, "Yes, you are. Yes, you are."
I'd fight a bear, man. I don't. I'd fight a bear for my dog.
Well,
I
that's
mean, a Care
good.
Bear, not
Good
like a
thing you
grizzly
said that
bear, like a
because
Care Bear, like a
this
Care
summer
Bear.
I'm planning a show, a live show, John versus a bear.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be
With
a Care Bear, maybe a
oh,
teddy bear.
okay, okay.
We'll see. I'll fight a bear, man.
I don't know, man. Those Care Bears, I wouldn't fuck with them either.
Oh,
That
I ain't
Care Bear
afraid of no
stare.
jet. I ain't afraid of no Care Bear stare. Like, get out
Oh,
of here.
you would be, man, if you got hit with like rainbow colors. It's like love. Oh, like power comes out of their belly and into you, and you're
Listen,
just
man,
like,
I survived 80s pop music. Being hit with rainbows isn't that big of a deal.
oh, why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side?
Bum, bum, bum.
You know, I get teary eyed every time I hear that song.
Oh,
But
Kermit,
not like modern versions of it, not like covers. Just
right?
anytime I hear that banjo going and it's actually Kermit singing it.
Right?
Because you know, back in the day, it was Jim Henson,
Yeah.
who I don't care who you are, what you are, I don't care what you want to say about any of my favorite celebrities. A lot of them gone downhill, a lot of them have gone dark and stuff. But don't you fuck with Jim Henson. Jim Henson was my childhood, man. Between the Muppet Show, Sesame Street when I was younger, The Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, don't you Dog City, don't you fuck with Jim Henson.
Star Wars.
Fraggle Rock. Yeah, that's one thing you don't mess with. You don't badmouth Jim Henson in my presence. But anytime I hear that song, it takes me back to the first Muppet movie. And the first time you see Kermit the Frog sitting, and it still blows my mind how they do it because it was back in like the late 70s, early 80s or something.
Yeah.
And you see this this Muppet sitting on a log surrounded by water. And
Oh,
my mind as an adult goes, where did they hide the Muppeteer?
right.
Like, is he under there with a scuba gear? Like, what the hell? How the hell did they do this? And the fact that he's just sitting there, moving his legs and he's stringing the banjo and singing his song, and I'm just like, I love this show. I love this movie. I am a big Muppets fan. Don't you fuck with the Muppets.
Love the
I
Muppet
love the
Show.
Muppet Babies. I had no relation except for being the
Yeah.
Muppet Babies, but I loved them too.
Yep. Yep. You can't go wrong with the Muppets.
No. And then actually Tim Curry, one of my favorite horror actors or actors in general, one of his favorite roles was playing, was it the pirate Blackbeard
Yes.
on
Yep.
Muppet Treasure Island.
Yep.
And they said one of the reasons, one of the ways that he did that movie so well, one of the reasons why that movie worked so well, because he treated the Muppets. No, let me get this right. He acted like he was one of the Muppets.
Right.
That's why he did so well with that. And when they did Muppet Christmas Carol, I forget who the main actor was that played Scrooge. He
Kane. Michael Caine,
Michael Caine.
wasn't
Yeah,
it?
I knew it was a big name.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it
But
was Michael Caine.
the reason why he did so well with the Muppets is because he treated the Muppets like other actors.
Yeah, like humans.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean like that those interactions is why hands down the Muppets. I love the Muppets. Did you ever see the Muppets, like the movie The Muppets? It came out I don't know, 2000 teens.
2000 teens.
I'm not
Ah,
sure exactly when, but it was like a new Muppet movie. It was starred Jason Segel
okay.
from How I Met Your Mother,
Yeah.
and it also had a, cameo from the guy who plays Sheldon in Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
And I loved that movie because that movie, The Muppets, was a good tribute to the original Muppet movies. Like there was the Muppet movie, The Great Muppet Caper, and The Muppets Take Manhattan.
Right.
And if you watch The Muppets, which was a movie. Jason Segel was a big fan of the Muppets,
How could you not be?
and he wrote this movie and starred in this movie because he was a big fan of the Muppets.
Oh, nice.
So he wrote, I think he wrote and directed it, and he starred in it, right? And the whole premise of it is Jason Segel grew up with his brother who was a Muppet. Like it was him and his brother is a Muppet, right?
All right.
And his brother never felt like he fit in. But the only thing him and Jason Segel loved was watching the Muppet Show back when they were kids. And
All
he
right.
and they were big fans of the Muppets and they were going to go on a tour of the Muppet Studios. But when they get to Hollywood to see the Muppet Studios, it's all shut down. Like the buildings are like half falling apart. None of the Muppets are there. It's like going bankrupt. It's old, right?
Yeah.
So they get this idea of to save the Muppet Theater, they need to get the Muppets back together. So they go visit Kermit and they get the ball going where like Kermit, they go get Fozzie, they go get other like they get all the people together, even Miss Piggy who's like in France. Like she's like a clothing model, like she has her own clothing line
Okay.
and
Makes sense.
they convince her to come back even though her and Kermit broke up many years ago, right? And I love there's a song sequence. You have to see it. I think after the show, I want you to see it, okay?
Yeah, I might sit down and watch it with Lisa here, to be honest with you.
It's it starts with Jason Segel singing and then his brother singing, and they're kind of like singing to like different areas because they had a big falling out and separated.
Okay.
And Jason Segel, you got to picture this. He's got like a suit that's like half buttoned opened, right? Like he's like like the guy who just got stood up at at his wedding, right? Like
Okay.
he's got it unbuttoned and he's sitting on a bus and you see like a reflection of like a Muppet, of a version of him in the window, right? And the whole thing he's like, "Am I a man or am I a Muppet? Am I a Muppet? Well, if I'm a Muppet, then I'm a Muppet of a man." And then his brother sings like the opposite version. He's like, "Am I a man or am I a Muppet? I'm a very manly Muppet." And his reflection was the guy from uh Big Bang Theory.
Jim Parsons.
Yeah, Jim Parsons, that's who it is. But yeah, I love that. Like, I love that whole movie. It had a cameo of Mickey Rooney, not Mickey Rooney.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Mickey Rooney.
Yeah.
Yeah, had a cameo in it. Um, I want to say Sarah Silverman had a cameo, and it was just they had an '80s montage with an '80s montage robot. It's just like it paid so much tribute to the original Muppets and where they came from and how they got there.
Nice.
It's called The Muppets and stars Jason Segel. You have to watch it.
I will probably check that one out.
But yes, Jim Henson is God in my book. Him and Jim Varney. I know Jim Varney died because of cancer, or was it cancer? Or,
Yes. Yeah.
and he was a chain smoker, so he basically signed his own death certificate. But those are the two main guys. You don't speak ill of Ernest or the Muppets. Speaking of
Ernest P.
Ernest,
Worrell. Yeah.
speaking
What's
of
about him?
Ernest, you watch Ernest? Like, were you a fan of Ernest?
Oh yeah. Yeah. From the commercial days.
Oh yeah, back when he used to do like little commercials.
Yeah. Never did a big. Always did like little local TV
I
station
think yeah,
type.
he did do Mountain Dew. I think
Was it a Mountain Dew
I know he did a
commercial?
soda, like a popular brand soda, but he only did it like most of the stuff was like local stuff.
Yeah, like Billy's Garage or
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Hey,
that's
brother, check
so
this
great.
out.
Yeah,
But I used to watch my favorite movie of all time. Like it wasn't Ernest Scared Stupid. It wasn't Ernest Goes to Jail. It wasn't even Ernest Saves Christmas, which was a good one.
right.
My favorite one will always be Ernest Goes to Camp. And I think even as a child, I realized the beauty of that movie. Like, it was an earnest title, but it didn't feel like an earnest movie
Not at all.
because most of his earnest movies are all slapstick stupidity.
Right.
But this had like a sad scenes, and it had Jim Varney singing like this. I could hear it in my head, and every time I hear it, it's like, "Gee, I'm glad it's raining." I'm just like, "Oh, feel
I
bad for Ernest."
actually got to see that film in theaters.
Really?
I did. I did.
Camp
My uncle.
Kikaki.
Yeah, my uncle took me to go see it. He was staying with us that around that time, and he was a big Ernest fan as well. Like, I was just a kid. I was probably about 10 years old. He was a full grown adult. He's like, "Yeah, I'll take you to go see that. Absolutely, man."
That'd be,
Like,
see, I wish I saw it in theaters. I remember seeing it like I think it was like either HBO or the movie channel back in the day, and
yeah,
then like now I have it on DVD somewhere in my house. But I love Ernest Goes to Camp. That's like my favorite go to. And I want to show it to Damien. I don't have the DVD. Like, I have the DVD. I don't have the DVD. Um, and it's not on any streaming platform. I
mm,
looked it up to like one day I was like, we got to see it, and I'm like, I can't find it. Like, missing. Nobody's airing it.
damn.
But yeah, Ernest Goes to Camp, by far the best Ernest film in my book.
Yep.
And then of course there was the TV show, Hey Vern, It's Me.
Yeah,
I
yeah, with
remember that.
all of his characters.
Yeah, where we play all his characters, and he'd always talk to the camera, who was Vern. I don't know who
Yeah.
Vern was, but it was always Vern. Maybe we should have a Vern. Maybe my cameraman should be Vern. Hey Vern, you there?
Vern, hey Vern,
Hey Vern,
Vern.
you know what I mean?
No money.
There's a guy on TikTok that looks just like him. Like, he dresses up and everything. And I was just like, man, they need to do new Ernest movies with this dude. There's a market. I'm
Yeah,
sure there's a market somewhere. If they said Ernest is back, someone would be like, "What?"
right.
Yeah,
I might be
that
that.
someone would
I
be
might be
me,
that
but
someone. Yeah.
that someone is us. But still, um, yeah. All right. Well, at this time, we're almost at the hour mark. So at this time, I want to remind everybody that you are listening to Ken Bouchard Online. That's me, and you're and this is a show every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. You could join us for live chat. All you have to do is hit that follow button, and you too could be joining in on the craziness that is our talks, be it whatever the frig we decide to talk about. So, you want to talk with us? Simple. Hit the follow button and join us in chat. Tonight we've been talking about Ernest. We've been talking about the Muppets. We've been talking about uh Stephen King. We were talking about Steel City Con. Our chats go everywhere, and you could join us. Just hit that follow button and tap. Just remember, we're inclusive, so don't be rude, don't be ignorant, don't be a jerk. Anybody, but I'll take the hit. You want to come at me, bro? You want to come at me? I'll kangaroo up. Look at me. This is my kangaroo face. It's
It's,
oddly enough, it's also my fat kid that ate too much cake face. But but I digress. That's my kangaroo face. Um, so I got to get a new car.
yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on with the old one yet. I haven't heard any
Uh,
update, but I need to get to and from work.
right.
So
Hmm,
I called around. My credit is not that great.
right.
So I called around and like pulled strings, and I got some place that's like, oh, we could get you into some sort of 2015 sports car called a Velec- Velector,
Hmm.
Velotor. It's like a, I don't know, Velociraptor, something
Cool.
sort of like car like that. But it looks like it's manual. Manual, that's stick shift, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do that. Nope. I
Well,
am.
we'll find out.
I am not. I am not doing manual. I told them.
And
I told them I want an automatic, and they're like, "Well, we could get you in this car." And everything I look it up, it's like manual, manual. I'm like, no,
yeah, not now, tuna, man.
no, not with the stop and goes.
Yeah, not with it up in the hills.
Yeah, up and down hills, stop and goes. No, I don't. I don't want to
Yeah.
be like shift up, shift down, shift up, shift down, shift up, stall. No, I'm good. I'm good. I'd rather walk to school. Walk to school?
I mean,
What decade am I in?
where you at?
I don't know. Like I'm coming up with a whole bunch of different things tonight that I'm just like, where the hell am I when I'm thinking of this shit?
You been drinking again?
Just liquid death,
Yeah.
which is the greatest water on God's green earth. Mountain water, straight from the good mountain water. Good mountain water. Liquid
Straight from the
death.
good mountain. Roar.
I'm glad that was empty, or else I would have had a big mess right there. Like, but yeah, I gotta get a new car, and they're trying to sell me on that car. I gotta go tomorrow to a dealership here around here to check it out.
Huh?
So we'll see.
Good times.
Yeah, great oldies. Yeah. Before I I was talking about kangaroos, and there was something else I wanted to talk to you about that I saw, and I totally went on a tangent. Because that's what I do. I go tangent.
What we're here for.
Yeah, that's why you guys got to join the chat, because that way you guys can keep me in line and bring me back to reality.
Tandem tangents, baby.
You know, that's what it should be. Change it from Ken Bouchard Online to tandem tangents. Tuesday tandem tangent Tuesday.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Triple T.
If you can say it, you'll remember it.
So yeah, I remember. I just can't say it. That's my problem. I'm good with talking in public, and I'm good with talking with these guys at home, like right here. But I get just like that. I
Point
get
taken.
I get tongue tied,
Yeah,
and sometimes even my mind goes faster than my mouth, or my mouth goes faster than my mind.
yeah, I do that a lot.
So I'll
It's
be like going off and be like, maybe I shouldn't have said it that way, or maybe I should think before I said too late. It's
too
out
late.
there. It's out there.
Yeah.
It's in there. It's on the line. It's in the internet. It's traveling through the waves. It's gone.
Yeah.
You're screwed.
Too late now.
Can't go back. Only forward, baby. Only forward. Ugh. Don't ask. Anyway, you're like watching this, and you're like, "What the fuck's he doing?"
What is going on?
I'm just you're like, "I'm glad I'm not on camera."
Right?
I'm glad he changed the format.
Just a disembodied voice.
That's right. You're the voice of reason, which is
Oh,
really bad
oh
idea.
fuck.
Yeah, that's why I'm screwed all the way around. My voice of reason is you. There is no rhyme or reason on this show.
Fuck no.
But I just watched a video following up with the kangaroo, was about a guy. Now this is, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years old now, I guess. I don't know. He went on a safari,
Okay.
and he had a red hair, red beard. Like long red hair, red beard. And the person who controls the safari turned around and told him, you might want to wear a hat, you might want to cover up your red hair, you may agitate the orangutans.
Uh-huh.
Well, he didn't listen,
Uh-huh.
and needless to say, a 400-pound orangutan essayed him.
Oh man. Found him attractive, did
Well,
he?
found him very attractive, and if they used the R word, I'm assuming was very successful in his
Right?
attempt to make known that he was attracted to him.
Hmm.
Now, the guide was like not very helpful. He was like, I told him, I warned him. It's like the dude just got violated, and you're just like, I warned you, I told you.
Ah,
And you know what they gave him? Listen to this. To compensate him, they gave him a free trip, like come back. This guy just got violated by orangutans. He is now traumatized by orangutans. and you're like, "Hey, we feel sorry for you. Why don't you come back at a later date?"
Huh.
It's like, "What? No, I don't want that, thank you, and I didn't want this, and I definitely don't want these images in my head, but now they're in my head, and guys, it's in your head." Picture a 400-pound orangutan
Yeah.
having his way with you just because you have orange hair.
Yeah. That's yeah,
I
strange.
can't even fathom that. D like, we were watching the story, and D's like, "That's not funny," and I'm sitting there like, "It's a little bit fun
That's
just a
uh,
little bit funny."
I mean,
I mean, I get it where it's like, it's not funny. I mean, that
it's
guy
not
is gonna
funny.
be traumatized, and I mean, it's bad enough if it happened a man on man
Right, right, right,
or even a woman on man because that does happen,
right.
but this was a 400-pound orangutan. This orangutan, they have super strength. Like, this orangutan made this guy his bitch.
In a hurry.
I mean, yeah, so, ugh, like, I could imagine the horror, the pain, the agony,
Fucking confusion.
everything, but still, there's is a little slither. I told D, Lady D, I was like, there is a little slither that is humorous in this.
Yeah, I mean,
Like, I turned around, I made her laugh because I was like, I could just picture a South Park episode where Cartman gets attacked by an orangutan, and she was like, she just lost it at that point.
okay. See where we're coming from.
Yeah, it's like it's
If you don't look
funny.
too deep into it, it's funny. As soon as you
There's a
think
slither
about
of
it, though,
funniness
it's not
there.
funny any. Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of South Park.
yeah,
I didn't watch a lot of it when I was a kid. Like, I really didn't, which I think it was because like everyone did that whole like, "Oh my god, they killed Kenny," and I was like,
yeah. I'm not involved.
I'm like, what? At first, I was like, who the, why is everybody coming at me with this? I don't have a freaking clue what they're talking about. And then I finally watched it. I was like, haha, that's South Park. Okay, I'm over it.
Yeah.
But I've been watching a lot of it like lately, and I really dig it. Like, I dig it as an adult,
Hmm.
especially the like the newer stuff because like the first three or four seasons, it's like Trey Parker, Matt Stone didn't know what they were doing. They were just kind of winging it. But then once you get into season four, it starts to get like a groove, and the later the seasons, the more story driven it actually is. Like, they'll reference stuff that happened last episode or episodes
uh,
ago.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, okay, eh, you know, and they try to stay relevant. Like, Randy Marsh ended up opening creating a weed farm selling integrity weed. Like, and then they talked about like a whole bunch of stuff. They have a new principal called PC Principal, and he wants everything PC, bro.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, and then at one point, uh, Mr. Garrett, is it Mr. Garrison? Yeah, Mr.
Mr.
Garrison.
Garrison.
Throughout the series, he went from Mr. Garrison, he became gay, then he became a woman, then he went back to being a man, and now he's Donald Trump.
Oh, okay.
Like, he has Trump's hair, spray tan, and he's president.
Okay.
So it's like, what? Where are they going with this? I don't know, but I mean, yeah, I still watch it. I think I watch it mostly for Butters. I feel bad for Butters. Butters, if you're not familiar with Butters, everyone knows Kyle, Stan, Kenny, and Cartman.
Right.
They're the
Um,
four
main
mains.
boys.
But Butters showed up. He was always there. Like, I caught him in like the first season, but he was always there. But he became relevant later on. And if you watch past the stupidity that is South Park, like past the funniness, past the commentary, ha-has, and all that stuff, there's drama in Butter's life, and I feel sad for him because he comes from an abusive family. Like, his father's always grounding him, always going off on him. His parents are always yelling at him and grounding him. His grandmother cornered him in school, locked him in the bathroom, and was going to beat the shit out of him. this kid comes from a very mean family, and he's all intents and purposes a good kid that just doesn't know any better. I mean, his friends are Hartman, okay?
Right.
Like, I felt bad. Like, there was this one episode where Cartman always makes fun of Butters and picks on Butters. In this one episode, Cartman dresses up like a robot. Cardboard, mind you, but he dresses up like a robot and ships himself to Butters' house to play a prank on him. Butters opens up the package, and here's this robot called Osimo. And he's like, "Oh, my robot friend Osimo, he's so awesome." And he's like, "I could tell you everything, Osimo." And he's telling Osimo about all these secrets. And Cartman's in there like, "Osimo needs more secrets. Tell Osimo more of your secrets." Trying to get like Butters to open up
Right.
and find dirt on Butters. And Butters was like, "Well, sometime I poop my pants, even at school, so I gotta put it suppository in." And Cartman's in there like like trying to not laugh and stuff. I'm like, man, that's not funny. This poor kid gets abused to the point that he's in fourth grade and pooping his pants. I mean, like I'm reading
Right.
and I'm like reading directly. I'm like, oh, poor Butters. I feel bad for Butters. I do.
Well,
Because
he's
everyone knows
animated.
that it's Butters. Well, that's me. But yeah, I like Butters. Butters is my reason why I watch South Park anymore. That and I ended up on South Park side of TikTok. So every time I flip, it's like a new episode of like section of an episode that I haven't seen or whatever, followed by someone carving soap.
Yeah, TikTok's a weird place.
Yeah, I hope they don't ban TikTok. I really do. I mean, it looks like it's gonna go that way because have you been following the TikTok ban stuff?
I just check in every once in a while to watch the circus.
They had this like Congress meeting with
Hmm.
what's his name, Show Chu.
Chew, yeah.
Yeah, and they were supposed to be asking him questions, and they would be like, they like, Mr. Chu, is it true that TikTok can connect to your Wi-Fi? And I was like,
Right,
every app connects to your Wi-Fi, dumbasses.
right.
And then like they're like, are you gonna tell us? Like, oh, this one woman goes off on like you're let me show you a video, and she shows a video of like someone playing around with a gun on TikTok, and she's like, is that good for our kids? Is that good for our kids to watch? And he goes to say something, and she's like, hold on, I'm not done. Blah, blah, blah. Like she goes off, and he goes to say something. She's like, blah, blah, blah. I'm taking back my time. Blah, 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 blah. And then she doesn't even let him answer anything. And I'm sitting there like, this is just a witch hunt. And they never let him answer anything. On top of which, we can't watch videos of guns, but sure as shit ain't going to do anything to stop the gun violence that are going on in schools.
Yeah,
We're not
we're
gonna
worried
stop
about
the sale of guns to, like, minors and shit, or
yeah,
get the
but we don't
guns out
want
of
you
their
to.
hands?
We don't want to put the guns in the videos so they don't get ideas.
Oh, because, videos of guns and pictures of guns are a threat to our children opposed to the actual guns that they're getting.
Absolutely.
I don't eh, we're gonna lose TikTok, it looks like that, and it's stupid, it's a witch hunt, and it just proves how out of touch, out of sync our government is.
Yeah,
And I still say, and I agree with a lot of people that say, there should be a age limit for the government.
yeah.
Like, not necessarily hire like people right out of like high school, but shouldn't have people in their 80s trying to run
A
our
modern
life.
society.
Yeah, a modern society. Correct. Exactly, Ace. A modern society. A modern society should be ran by modern people.
Correct.
So, but I digress. I got no power in it. The only thing I could do is, Mm. Is vote when I vote and
Yep.
threaten at the primaries. I mean, like, you guys want to ban if my government wants to ban TikTok, then I'll see you guys at the primaries because that's where you guys spend your money.
Yeah.
I'll vote for the opposite team. It don't bother me any. I got not much life left. If I'm going down I'm taking the ship with me. That's all I'm
Yeah,
saying. No, but
I got mine.
that's right. I'll fight. I'll fight. Damien's got his own fight. This is my fight. I'm done. But yeah, I digress. We've been at an hour and 11. I'm about ready to go.
Fair enough.
Before I go though, I want to remind everybody that Game Con is
Game a lot
coming
of
to
time.
Altoona this August 2023. It is Altoona's first and only all gaming convention. You like trading cards like Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. If you like to play board games, if you like to play Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinders, White Wolf, any other like Star Wars has a game out where you buy like miniatures, Warhammer with miniature. If you like those kind of games, if you like uh esports, like I don't know, Rocket League, maybe Fortnite, I don't know what other games that they play, but esport games, then you're gonna want to check out Game Con coming to Altoona, Pennsylvania. It is Altoona's first and only gaming convention. It's all gaming. There's going to be celebrities. There's going to be music. It's going to be a great weekend, and I'm going to be there. You can see us live doing this show live, talking to celebrities, talking to guests. Maybe even you guys come up and you want to say hello live. If you don't want to hit that follow button, you can at least come over and say hi, and we'll talk to you. But it's Game Con this August 2023. And if you want more information, check out www.gamealotacon.com. Ace, if you want to go ahead and put that up there in the chats for people.
I'm trying.
Brian.
I can't spell it.
He's like you remind me of like a sad Eeyore mixed with
I'm
Charlie
so
Brown.
I was so trying to be on time with this.
You're like Eeyore mixed with Charlie Brown. Like, I'm trying. I
I'm
got it.
trying. I tried so hard. I
Good
couldn't spell
grief.
game Gameloticon.
Good grief. Game a lot of
It
con.
was supposed to be easy, man. I still didn't get it right.
Yeah, it's all good.
Don't use
It's
that.
www.game
Let's try
a
again.
lot a con.com.
I had such a hard time with that.
But guys, check out the
There we go.
website. Get more information from
That's
there.
not it.
Say hi to Tim, my buddy, Tim Baker, one of the people. Him and his wife are the ones that are throwing this shindig together. Say hi to him and tell him that Ken Bouchard sent you. Hey, you get a ranking in the nerd community. Also, stay tuned. Might have giveaways coming up. Just
Ooh,
saying,
giveaway.
you might have a chance to win free tickets to Game Con.
Free stuff.
Free stuff! And everybody loves free stuff.
Hmm.
So, but until then, guys, that's it for the show tonight. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed my little rants. I hope you enjoyed my spewings of knowledge, my words of wisdom, my charismatic attitude, my je ne sais quoi, my mic skills that pays the bills. And I hope you tune in next week, next Tuesday, 7 p.m., right here on Ken Bouchard Online. Until then, I'm Ken Bouchard, Ace and Knaves. Peace.
Peace.